Hi, it's me, Jordan Evangelista, and I am back with another reflections of a now 21-year-old because my birthday was yesterday. Yes, 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 yes. I am officially 21, and I was not looking forward to my birthday yesterday at all. I have a lot of internal workings that I must complete, and that will not be over for some time. And I'm learning how to come to terms with that I am an adult now and that I do have control over my reality and the things in which I desire. And although I may want those things, it is very or much more difficult to go after those things and to put into action those things in which that I want, rather than just sulking, pondering, and wondering if it'll come into my lap if I think or just really wish or want hard enough. And that is lesson one of 365 of being 21, knowing that it is okay to take risks, and those risks be something that will probably be fruitful and beneficial to you when you are ready to receive it. As for me, I intend on being one of the greatest vocalists of my generation, and I don't think I'm too ready for that challenge yet. And I don't think I'm ready for it because I do have a lot of internalized shame that I'm working through, and that needs to come to the surface in order for me to want to be proactive about my future in music and contributing in a way that is possible for everyone to see, not only for everyone, but, for myself as well. I am conflicted about 21 because of how long it took me to get here, and I really didn't expect it to just pop up on a random Tuesday. But it wasn't any random Tuesday. It was January the 27th, again, which is my birthday. And my mom actually told me the day in which I was born, there was a tremendous snowstorm, and it was so powerful that it was almost as reminiscent of today, where literally everyone was locked in and frozen in and closed into their homes. And you know I knew it. I fucking knew it. Because I'm like, bitch, I feel something, and it's just like, it's not, I don't know, whatever. But that snowstorm is here 21 years later, so that must mean something, being born into a snowstorm and then being taken home in the middle of the night during a cold blanket of winter time, and now being awakened to that today, or rather yesterday. I fear that I'm in a position to where I'm aware of so many things, and because I'm aware of so many things, I sort of overcompensate in a way, because I think that I can't get those things, and I think that I can't get the life that I want because I refuse to leave who I was behind, and that is such a hard and difficult thing to do. I'm currently in the process of trying to leave myself behind. An old version of me that is not able to access the life in which the future me wants. It's hard to do that because it requires you to leave the comfortability of the knowing and the things that you've already known, to climb and grasp for something much more enriching to your soul, and who you're really wanting to be, but you can't for some reason get there, whether it's because you're not trying hard enough. And that's further from the case. I don't think that it's not that I'm trying hard enough. I think too much about it for me to not be knowing that I'm trying hard enough. I just think that my efforts are a little just unreal to me. And it's a part of me that is really fighting to not make that that big thing that I really want out of my life to come true, because I for some reason don't deserve, or don't think that I deserve to have it. And that is a sad testimony, because I know that I'm worthy and deserving of so many things. It's almost like there's really the fear holding me back, and at this point I really don't know what fear. I don't know, because I want to do it so bad, and I catch myself doing it, singing and being one of the greatest vocalists to ever come out of this generation here. I'm always singing outside to where for people to hear me and to see me. And I know that if I really do focus and go all in on this thing, one, I'm going to have it. And two, there is no more not being seen. There's no more of that. I must. It is now an obligation to the lifestyle and career that I'm chasing after to be seen. And that doesn't sit too right with me. And well, maybe you're thinking, well, then, honey, it's not the right job for you. It's not the correct thing that you should be chasing after. And I disagree, because it makes me so uncomfortable, and because it makes me so just stuck, almost in a fawn response. I think it's something that I need to do, and I need to do it because I know that the thing in which you are probably the most terrified of, in terms of getting something that you feel like you can have, or that you in your mind is a part of you is telling you that you can have, but then there's another voice of you that refutes that. And it could be because of how you grew up. It can be because of a lot of things, really. For me, it's that shame element. I would really like to get over that, because there's nothing to be ashamed of. I see what makes a lot of bitches clap, and the things in which that make me clap, it's not surmountable to the wild and egregious things that we are seeing come out of today. So why not do it, Jordan, darling? Why not? What is really other than you and your way of making that a reality for you, you know? And I could say it's many things. Like, I can say it's the resources. I can say it's, the nepotism that is in the music industry, and that is completely not true, because guess what? A birthday present to myself. I was expecting it. I was really like scanning, looking, scouring to receive this information and to receive this update. But I applied for the Universal Music Group internship for brand and labeling. Hopefully, I wanted the studio internship, but I'm grateful to even get in the door of Universal Music Group, and I hopefully can work there as an intern, however, but gain more knowledge and gain more confidence on finding who I am through my artistry and through my music, because that's truly what I care about and what I know. I know that I'm here to place my music onto this world, to allow people to hear certain things. I truly want to be a vocalist that no matter how many times people try to interpret, or people try to understand the words and the lyrics in which I am vocalizing, they will never be truly able to wrap their minds around it. That is the type of music that I am going to create. It just takes time. It does. It takes time. The amount of time that it takes is completely up to me. And I think that I'm taking the more scenic route, because I've always been more so lesser of a late bloomer of such. So I take that as like, a great thing to be a late bloomer, and to be someone that is in the chrysalis stage, developing into the beautiful butterfly that they're meant to be. But they're just very patient. They're very focused, and they're very detailed about how they're going to come out of that chrysalis and form into the most ethereal butterfly. But also know that a part of me is almost like, no, that's not enough. Like, no, you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to go for it. You have to do this. You have to like do all of this stuff. And I just, for some reason, I know that's my soul, but the flesh of me is desperately trying to experience shit that I've probably already experienced in a different form or facet. And I need to revisit that. For example, my current lover, because he's not my boyfriend. I really don't want to call him a boyfriend because we're not really that. We fuck a lot. We indulge in a lot of our sinful and nefarious living habits, and that's like, eating, smoking, drinking, all of the things that swell and inflame your body and make you sick and make you deter from what you're supposed to do because you haven't even just listened to your body for 1 second to know that this is not what you need in your life. And I know that my lover and I, in some frequency of a way, we're definitely aligned. I want to say that I'm not aligned with him or that I'm refusing and being apprehensive about the aligning, but at the end of the day, he is me and I am him, and we mirror each other a lot. And there's a really, there's this thing that I can't escape, and it's like the signs. If you really pay attention, and I'm not talking about like the signs of like the neuro, I said neuro, the nonverbal cues of a person, we'll get into that, but more so the signs that you're not supposed to be with that person, or the signs in which the universe and the world is telling you that it's not what you think it's going to be. And no matter how many times you try to force it to work because I'm so persistent, it then becomes insanity because it's not working. And I'm selfish for that. I feel as though my lover, he loves me in a way that is obsessive. And if not obsessive, it's almost like, can't even put my finger on it because I'm not him. So I really can't speak for his experiences. So I'll try not to do that. I'll try not to do that during this this diary. But more so in my experiences, I know I don't like him. I know that he bores me. He doesn't interest me in any other way than sexual pleasure. And he's a great cook. He knows how to cook, But that stuff I've already been through and I already know. And I refuse to get out of that frequency and out of that reality. I can't step into the reality in which I want because I'm so busy trying to control a reality that I've already expressed that I hate. And that if I just do it this way, or if I just come at it from this type of approach, then maybe I can get the best of both worlds, get the hell being the level of consciousness that I'm in, wrapping myself up in habits that no longer serve me. And also, again, get what I want. And that is to be one of the greatest artists / vocalists, to ever really live. Because how we live right now is so terrifying. It's so uncertain. It's so broken and in midst of collapse that I just think, well, all right, why must I don't even know, because you can't call it suffering. What is suffering? Why must I suffer to endure more suffering when I already rather just continue the suffering in which I find pleasurable? No, because it although it's pleasure in the moment, that pleasure surely turns into a loop of mental torture because you torture yourself. I torture myself because I damn sure know that I knew for a very long time now, and this is we're going to the about the 4th or 5th month. I told you guys last time that I broke up with him. Yeah, I broke up with him, but it's almost like I can't stay away. I refuse to stay away. Again, my flesh doesn't want me to stay away, even though like there are subconscious pieces of me that are saying, he's not the one for you. You know he's not the one for you. Why do you continue to entertain him? Why are you in his face doing a selfish act of being with someone that you don't want to be with? And all of that to say is I don't want to be alone. I've always been alone. I hate being alone. Even when you think that there is someone or people around you to make you not feel alone, I always feel alone. And that's a me thing, you know. There's a lot of things that I have to do to work on that, and I've tried, and I'm continuing to still try, because at the end of the day, I want to wake up a better person than I was the day before. But in order to do that, I feel that I must stop approaching it so linearly. I really do think that this whole thing and me just mapping this out in my mind, and the certain frameworks that comes with daring to dream versus being put in a reality, set into that world, and staying because you don't think it's nothing else to really, there's nothing else out there, or there's nothing truly I can do to control this world. And I don't think that is true. I truly think that we are all given a set reality, and that comes through the myriad of experiences that it takes to become the person that you are in present. But that does not mean that you cannot literally create a world. Do you understand? A world that is everything and more of what I want. Because for some people that are given a reality, those realities are not necessarily ones that are asked for. You know, I don't think any of us asks to be placed in a reality, but is our job as humans that experience said reality to figure out the patterns, consistencies, and the other things that it takes to raise that vibration, to raise that consciousness that you have. And I'm literally, that's my issue, and that's why I haven't enjoyed 21, and I still wanted 20 to try to figure out, why do I keep bouncing between these two worlds? And because I bounce between these two worlds, am I guaranteed enough time to truly escape that last world that doesn't serve me? Or will I stay there because of the choices and ideas and thoughts and everything that it takes to, again, be placed in that world? I don't want that. But I also saw TikTok today, and she was a brilliant young woman. She said that the world does not give you what you want, honey. It really does not. It gives you who you are. And because you are that person, you're going to get everything that comes equipped with that identity, that comes equipped with that consciousness. And that bothers me so bad, because I know that I'm not the best person. I am not a good person either. I'm a person. I make conscious efforts to try to do the best things possible, but also I don't make enough conscious effort to make sure that my own world is good before I come out into the world that in which we all share, outside of our four walls and outside of, our brains or whatever, to make it better for other people. How can I make it better for other people? And I refuse to make it better for myself. Or not even that I refuse, I don't know how to make it better for myself. I say that I know, and I can tell you the things in which to do. That is what all the self-help bullshit does. It tells you all of the things in which you need to do. And 9 times out of 10, some people know or think that they know because they know how to put words to the solutions that are in the things in which they need to stop doing. But it's like, for me, I know this information. I know that in order to raise my vibration frequency, and in order to be one of the greatest vocalists, that I must, one, always put in the work. I don't care if you are tired. I don't care if your voice is hoarse. I don't care if you feel like you're not hitting the notes in a particular way that sounds like the people in which you're inspired by. No. You have to do that. You have to be audacious in your attempt and approach to becoming the person that you said you're going to be. And if you're not doing that, darling, then you're doing it wrong. And you should probably search to something more easy. And again, that's how you get stuck in the reality. Because if you can't do the hard things, and if you refuse to do the hard things, that's okay. The hard things will cease to find you. And the more easy things, and the things that don't take up that much mental capacity for you to really push out and do and make and innovate, you will be in a reality of other people, or you will be trapped in other people's realities because you can't make one of your own. You don't want to. It's too hard. It's terrifying. It's scary. It's not ideal. It's not realistic. Nothing is realistic more than your desires of the reality in which you seek to find and you seek to live. And you see how I articulated that to you guys? You see how I told you all of that information? I won't fucking follow it. No. And that's the most paradoxical thing ever. And it's just like, well, am I lying about who I say I am? Is my identity truly matched and attuned to the things that I want, or that I say I want? And quite frankly, I don't think so. And I don't think so because I also feel like this world is so demanding in terms of life. I always say that I don't really truly enjoy living. I don't. I feel like living is the hallmark of all tasks. You must do a lot of things almost automatically, but then you also must remember that some of the things in which you need to do, you must do voluntarily. You must. Or people or other people will look at you in society and tell you, well, you're not living. Or how dare you be ungrateful that you have life. Living is, and life is all of this good shit. No, it's not. That's what we hope it is. And some people, again, they do get that. I'm even privileged myself to say that I go to New York University and that I'm talking to you on my MacBook, and I have all of these fabulous and extravagant desires. And it's almost like that's a daydream for me. Yes, it's a daydream. I daydream constantly. I don't ever stop daydreaming. I've never stopped daydreaming. Whether it's maladaptive or not, I don't really care, because my current reality, or the way in which I live and how I see and perceive my life, I just always think it's a constant battle of more. But should I want more? We see what more does to us humans and to the planet. More sometimes can be cancerous. More, the constant reproduction, overconsumption, and just over repopulation of things, ideas, all of that can be constrictive to a way that makes you collapse. Because sometimes more is not always best, you know? And I want more. I feel like I deserve more because of the life that I had, and because I just know that I have so much potential and I have so much to give, that it just bothers me that my confidence, my self-esteem, the way that I view shame is not aligned with what I am desiring. And that's why I feel like it's really a must that I do this and that I go for it, because I will never learn how to have confidence, how to have enough shame to carry me through the day to know that, everybody, you should have a root of shame somewhere to keep you aware of your actions and what the fuck you do. But I'm talking about a level of shame that makes you refuse to do the things that will bring you the most, abundance. Maybe is that what that's what I'm looking for. I truly don't know. But because I'm on a journey of figuring those things out, I also think that that's why I crave that life. I crave a life of artistry, creation, vocality, being seen, because a lot of the things in which comes with that, I don't have. I do have in the future because I want that thing so badly. But presently, I don't have a lot of those things that embody or make up that desired reality. And I always tell myself, like, it's going to happen. It must. Because if I think about it so much and I think about it so bad, and if I want this thing so desperately, then it must be true in the future. Because I wouldn't be given this thought, this train of ideation if I didn't have it in the future. I really want to be the thing that the little me inside has always wanted. Other than wanting to be a vocalist, I knew that I wanted to be a vocalist from a very young age. I just was shut out of it and shut down and dimmed about it. I also wanted to be the avatar. I truly wanted to be the avatar. I wanted to be the master of all four elements. I wanted to be so powerful. I wanted to save the world, go on adventures, and experience other people of other cultures and differences and work to making sure that there is balance. But there is no one person that can do that. I think all of us must do that. All of us must be avatars of some sort. How big this world is and how many people that is in this world, there's not enough for one person and one in each and every lifetime to then reincarnate and let a cycle of a few years go by to where the world goes to shit, and then the discovery of a new avatar, and then you have to do all of this shit all over again. I don't think that is, realistic now, but in the ways in which I can help, being a singer, being someone who knows how to express emotion on a level that is so intimate, and intimate because it is vulnerable, and vulnerable because it is human to be so and to think as such. I'm working on a lot. Not only am I working on my academics, I'm working on me. I truly, each and every day, it was one time before that I didn't. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. But I would like to make it a consistent thing to say that I always do. I want to love who I see when I look at myself in the mirror. I've always talked to myself, and I've always just have been obsessed with my own reflection and just talking to myself and seeing me talk to me. But I also want to do that with love, care, and attention to the person that I know is right here. I'm right here. And that would probably be the thing that I must become grateful for. I'm grateful for being a reflection in a mirror for not only myself, but to other people, because at the end of the day, we all exude energy. The energy that we give on to one another could be many things. It can be good energy, it can be bad energy, it can be sad and aggressive energy. It can be a lot. And weaving and transitioning back into my lover, I pick up on a lot of things between him and I. Again, me, I'm going to focus on me. I notice how bored I get when he talks about his life. His life doesn't interest me. I'm sorry. Not really. I feel sorry that I sit in his face and allow him to bore me when I know that I shouldn't be in his face, because that's selfish. But I know why I continue to be in his face. It's because of lust. And again, the comfortability of knowing that this once reality and consciousness and frequency that I once held is a part of me that is still holding onto that wholly, because I never had what I desired in the future. I didn't have that before. I'm approaching it and I'm achieving it now. And once it is here, I will have it. It just hasn't caught up yet. And I need for the realization and acknowledgement of me not being with someone until I'm truly aligned with everything, I'm aligned with him in hell. Let's say that. We are, again, back to one of my original thoughts and points. We are aligned in hell. We are. That's why we can't stay away from each other. I'm the devil to him and he's the devil to me. We know that we shouldn't be smoking, eating, and binge eating excessively and stuffing our face with poison. We know it's poison now too. Yes, the FDA, there are no more regulations. There are no more restrictions. The food that the United States is pushing out to our grocery stores, it's poison. And yet I still eat it. I still consume and I still want more of that thing. Again, the cancer that I talked about, more. The ways in which you want more is not an issue, but what do you want more of? What do you seek that will set you free? This thing, it may feel free at the moment. And what I'm referring to is the level of consciousness and vibration that I pick up from the things in which I eat. It feels free now because, again, it comes and it's habitual. It won't be free later on. It will start costing me a lot. A lot. But again, I know this, but I don't care, almost, it seems, because I change it some days and then other days I go back into it. And then I really tell myself that is okay. And it is okay because life is not linear. I'm not supposed to go in a line and have all of this shit that I say that I'm trying to rid my life of and never seem to go back to it. No, because that's not what humans do. We make wrong turns. We make decisions that pivot us from the path in which we know in our spirits and our hearts that we're supposed to be going after and going down that road. And yet, because the flesh is here to experience, it's like you can't escape it until your flesh and your spirit, the light that's in you, is aligned enough to say that we've experienced enough of this and it is time to experience more. And the capacity of more is something that we have desired for so long that it is no choice but to be heaven. It is no choice but to be a consciousness and vibration higher. I don't do these things no more. I don't smoke every day and sit and just ponder and bed rot. And even if I do, that's okay because I know that I am me. And to work on not shaming ourselves. Why do we shame ourselves for something that is a part of us? This chapter, this thing, the consciousness and vibration that I hold on to, it is a part of me. A dark part of me, yes. A very, very dark and sad part of me. And I felt so angry for so long because I'm just like, fuck, I'm in school, I'm in college, and I'm trying to figure all of this stuff out, and I'm expected to be this responsible, mature adult individual. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? And like, all it is to focus on me, and I can focus on me. But again, I focus on me in the most strange ways. I focus on me in a way that is self-conscious, that is unsure, and that is self-centered. I don't ever focus on myself in a way that gives the indication that I love myself and that I love myself so much that I do this because I just want to have fun. And that's another thing about me. I love having fucking fun. Fun is beautiful. Fun is great. Fun is fabulous. And I think that's why I'm so attached to just living this and doing it in a way that I, almost seeming like I can't escape. Don't ever think that you are obligated or that you are really truly forced to live in the reality in which you are given and dealt. It was not up to you to get here and to find your consciousness here on earth, but it is up to you to rise. Rise in a way that you know, with all that life throws at you, all of the uncertainties that you may have, that you still decide to rise above that occasion and rise to the life that you are knowing and deserving of. I think in this iteration of life that we have currently in this society, that freedom is seen as though all you need to do to be free is to have money, to have an idea, and to have that idea and place it and put it onto other people. I think that was the old way of doing things. Capitalism and having ownership of said idea and then profiting it off of other people, whether that be laborers, consumers, big investment firms, whatever. With your idea, with your ability to create a world, also invite other people into that world. Invite them and don't force them to stay because they don't have to. Invite them because you are human and you are also experiencing said reality. And give people the opportunity to see if they want in on their reality. And if they don't, that's fine. Because it's not their reality to live. You just created it. Because it's space and time. You created it. So because you created it and it came from you as a human, you can share it with other people because that's what we do. We're social individuals. And because we're social, we create things and make things for the other convenience of other people. Not even just for us, because once it comes from us, yeah, we created it and we're like, oh, this is so terrific that we came up with this idea. But now it's going to serve a purpose. And it serves a purpose for everyone. Whether that's just in, your continent or if it will be global, it'll be a worldwide thing. But don't force people to stay. Don't force yourself to stay. Because the longer you stay, the longer and rather the slimmer your chances are of escaping that reality. Because now it seems you have no choice. You always have a choice. The only time you did not have a choice is when you were born. And when you lived under other people and you were again trained to live in again their reality, because up until your adolescence, your reality is formulated by your parents. You understand what I'm saying? Now because they created their world, you are a part of their world because they made you, and you don't have a choice but to play that part of living in the world and reality in which they created. But when you get to a certain point, when you start looking, perceiving, and understanding the signs, you then know that you're able to then say, fuck this, I don't want this, this is not what I wanted. Because I didn't ask to be here, because sometimes I hate being here, and because I refuse to struggle anymore like I did, I'm going to create my own. And whether you like it or love it, I fucking love it in perpetuity. And that's all that matters. You can come in because, again, you know, if you're invited even, you know, a lot of things to consider there. But don't be afraid to create your own world. If you have a life, you have the ability to walk, to see, to think, to understand. You also have the ability to create your own world surrounding you because you are a creator. You are your own creator. Once you detach and decenter the world in which you thought you knew, go out into the world that we all are under and go and construct your own little, you know, your little side piece. Create it, make it a project, making something that, you know, other people can be a part of, all in service and understanding of something that you thought couldn't be. No matter how many people tried to tell you that it couldn't be or it shouldn't be, you still decided to make it as such. Understand that. And you will find love and light. This video is really an amalgamation of thoughts that I feel about my current perception of how we live and how I live myself and the things in which I observe and see and understand and try to feel. I truly hope that this video, although again, I don't have a lot of people watching me right now, but when the time does come for me to truly be seen and to be seen, heard, respected, and revered, may this video serve someone who is also in that same path and direction of creating your own world, because the world is truly your oyster. Open it up, look at it, see it, and take it for what it is. For all we know, again, we only really do get one life, so live that life. No matter how much you think you may hate living, because of your circumstances and because of who you are and what you attract. There's so much more inside. You just have to look. And you don't have to look anywhere else outside of yourself. Look right here. You are light. You have light inside you. You have always had life inside you. Lights, excuse me. Use that light and shine it. Shine it. Because you'll then notice that in the darkest of places that your light serves a purpose. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being here. And thank you for thinking with me along the way. It really does help. Not only me, but it helps you to challenge my thoughts and to challenge, you know, what I think. And at the end of the day, who the fuck gives who cares what I think? I should only care what I think, but yes, this was Jordan Evangelista, and until the next time, I will see you, Starlights, another day. XOXO.